Hello and welcome. In this short video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that keep almost everybody broke. You see, I wish I knew about these 5 things really earlier on in my age when I was really young. But I'm going to pinpoint these 5 things and see really if one of those 5 things, or if you're doing one of those 5 things. So before we get going, if you like my video, any of my videos, hit the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. Let's get to it. So in order for anyone to be successful, I'll say anyone and everyone, to be able to have a vision, to be able to have a goal. So, but what most people do that keeps them being broke is number 1, not having goals and not having dreams. What do I mean by that? They wake up in the morning, got no vision, no goals. They just jump on the bandwagon, going through the same thing, doing the same thing all the time. Maybe you're working, right? Or you go to work. What you do, wake up in the morning, get your cup of coffee, you're back in your suit, you're going the same place. Back and forth all the time. You know, you don't have time to think, you don't have time to visualize, you don't have time to dream about what you want to do. So you literally just living day by day as it comes. So there's no strategic plan. So that's the reason why lots of people are like that. And obviously that's the reason why they're broke. Because if you haven't got a goal, basically you're going to be broke. Because if you don't know where you're going, how are you going to know where you're going? So you need to pinpoint where you're going in order to be able to get to where you want to go. Because that's what lots of people don't do. So lots of people just follow the mass. Everybody's going that way, they just go. Everybody going that way, they just go. So that's the reason why most of the people are almost broke. The second reason why most people are broke is they want security. So what do I mean by security? This is key. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday in my car about this. So security is what everybody wants, because they want, oh, you know what, I need a safe, secure job. I know I'm getting my £2,000 every single month, and I am okay with it, you know, because I don't have to go and worry about not having anything. I get that. But think about it this way. How about if you can look for financial freedom instead? Because when you look for financial freedom, it brings security. But if you choose security before financial freedom, you end up not being financially free. You can get that security by working every day, earning that money. But guess what? As the bills increase, suppose you are not married right now, you're going to get married, you're going to have kids, you're going to have lots of responsibilities, or you need to look after your family or your parent, then security gets you hooked up. And once you're hooked in that security, you don't want to leave that job because you know you've got lots of expenses. Hence the reason why there are lots of broke people there and they are living paycheck to paycheck. Think about it this way. If you can sacrifice your security now, work really hard to make residual passive income, that financial freedom can not just get you security, it gets you financial independent, and it allows you to properly secure for now and until the end of your own life. The third thing that keeps people almost broke is living over their means. So what do I mean by living over your means? Is by basically getting expensive stuff, right? Suppose you're on a £2,000, you get yourself a flat that worth say £1,300. And you've got holidays that cost about £500, and you've got food that cost about maybe another £500, example. And then you've got your bills and all the rest of it, then it costs you about £2,100. So as long as your expenses are more than your income, you're living over your means. And believe me or not, most people in the UK live that life. There's a statistic that says 85% of the population live way over their means. And the thing I'm sharing here with you, I'm not just talking about broke people, I'm talking about rich people as well that call themselves rich, especially some landlords that I've met personally. They live way over their means. So if you're making £2,000 and your cost of living is £2,050 or even £2,001, you're living over your means. Hence the reason why there's so many broke people, and the reason why lots of people are working, because they want to work in order to feed their expenses and obviously to be able to keep up with the Joneses, and not knowing they're really actually going to struggle and will be really struggle even to think outside of the box in order to start making money work for them instead of they're working for it. So here's what you want to do. Right, if you looked at yourself and you know you're in that similar position, because for me, what I also call living over your means is literally living 1,900 on expenses whilst your salary is £2,000. Because you're only £100 away to be moving to living over your means. So what I would advise you to do is to kind of live on 80% of your salary. I'm talking about your take-home salary, not your gross salary here. Whatever your take-home salary, if it's £1,500, £2,000, £3,000, I don't care, right? Live on 80% of it. Because once you live on 80% of it, you've got 20% to save. I call it to store. You can store that so you can find alternative investment. Even if it's to go and educate yourself, you could do that just to start the process going. Because once you've done that, doing that makes you disciplined. And any good saver or money storage person is a good investor or a good entrepreneur. It teaches you discipline, because once you start saving money, there will be problems coming to you left, right, and center. But you sticking to the disciplinary and saying, I'm going to save that money no matter what, is what gets you to not become broke. Okay? Hence the reason why other people are broke, because they're always living over their means. The fourth thing that makes people broke is people pleasing. This is one of the biggest curses I've ever seen in the entire world. You always want the next person to be happy, the other person to be happy. You will forget yourself just trying to please people, right? I've seen so many people lose confidence as a result, lose money as a result, become bankrupt as a result, only because they want to please someone. They go and buy this amazing gift, expensive gifts, give it to people that don't appreciate it, and then a couple of days later they start fighting, doing all that stuff. They just realize it's not. This is the reason why I'm saying people pleasing is a curse, right? Don't do something to please someone. Do something because you genuinely want to do it. If you're doing something for someone whilst you're crying inside, to be honest with you, there's no benefit. It's causing you harm whilst you're making the other person happy. And the thing is, once that person is happy, if they're not going to appreciate it, guess what? They're going to come back for more. They're going to come back for more, and they end up becoming lots and lots of problems. And that then leads you to number 5. Number 5 also, what leads you to number 5 is taking bad debts. Obviously, because you're working on pleasing people, you've got lots of expenses. Guess what? You start going on credit cards. You go on credit card debt, banks loans, family loans, and then basically you end up working for the loans, like credit card. I've seen so many people struggle with credit card debts, because the way the credit card debts are formed is they've asked you to pay minimum balance. So once you've paid that minimum balance, you're never ever gonna be able to pay the full amount or pay off your credit card, because that's not what they want you to do. The bank wants you not to be able to pay the debt, because that's how they make money. Hence the reason why they allow you to pay the minimum balance, because the minimum balance is what gets you go. And whenever interest rate goes up, guess what? Your interest payment goes up as well. So it leads to bad debt, okay? And once you've got a bad debt, it's very hard to get rid of that debt. You may be thinking, what's bad debt? Bad debt is anything you borrow money on to buy that doesn't bring you money. It could be a car, for example. It could be a shirt or a hoodie you've bought, or a trainer. As long as that may not bring any residual income, it's a bad. And giving gifts to people, especially people that do not appreciate it, that even make it worse debt, not even bad debts anymore, okay? So these are the things that really make almost everybody broke. The 6th thing that keeps almost everybody broke is what I call the blame game, right? Poor people are very, very good at this. Broke people are very, very good at this. When there's a mistake somewhere, they find someone to blame. Oh, my mom made me do this. My dad asked me to do that. My auntie actually put me into this, okay? Or the government did that, or TV channel. You find someone to blame. Always blaming, because you don't want to take responsibility. Here's the thing. Successful people like to take responsibilities. Even if they don't make the mistake, right? They sometimes take the blame, take the responsibility. Yeah, it's my mistake. Somehow it may be their mistake. And then they then learn from that mistake to grow and enhance themselves. But whereas poor and broke people don't do that. They always find someone to blame, right? They always put the blame in someone else, not trying to learn from it so they can move on. So these are the things that make people go broke, right? And when they go broke, and they end up having all other effects like drugs effects, alcohol, cigarette, and all that sort of thing. So in order for you to move from being broke to be successful, you need to pinpoint any of these. If you have any of these in your life, try to eradicate. Not all of this may be applicable to you, but whatever is applicable to you or relevant to you, if you're doing it, take it away from you. I'm going to go back and review them. Number 1, not having goals and dreams. Number 2, wanting security. Number 3, living over your means. Number 4, people pleasing. Number 5, taking bad debts. And number 6, playing the blame game, blaming everybody that you see. I really hope this video has been helpful. If this video has been helpful, hit the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing the next video. Thank you.